Namaste! Big Cat Water Signs, Grand Rising, welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising, the planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 22nd of November, the Sun enters Sagittarius. As the Sun enters the spirited sign of the Archer, you'll feel a surge of energy, sparking a readiness for adventure deep inside of you. Over the next 4 weeks, you'll find yourself possibly embarking on a quest, whether it entails travel, returning to school, or engaging in captivating conversations. Expand your horizons by delving into new activities, discovering fresh places and meeting interesting people. You also have the Moon entering Aries. A surplus of energy becomes available to you. This will empower you to take action on your desires. This marks an opportune time for new beginnings. On the 23rd, the Sun in Sagittarius squares Saturn in Pisces. Directing your energy will be challenging, requiring time for rest and rejuvenation. This aspect demands substantial effort with minimal reward. Shift your focus towards cultivating your personal happiness. On the 24th, Mars enters Sagittarius. This brings a shift in the way the Martian energies expresses itself. You might feel a heightened sense of enthusiasm, a desire for exploration and adventure, and a more expansive, optimistic approach to taking action and pursuing goals. It's a period where the qualities of Mars blend with the characteristics of Sagittarius, influencing the collective astrological climate. You also have Ceres, the asteroid associated with the diligent work of nurturing something from seed to harvest, entering Sagittarius. This period invites you to expand your inner horizons through travel and learning about different cultures, promoting personal growth. Share your experiences with others, as meeting new people can be a valuable source of learning. On the 25th, Mars in Sagittarius squares Saturn in Pisces. It manifests as a feeling of being restricted or slowed down when you're trying to pursue your goals, creating challenges in aligning impulsive actions with the structured approach that Saturn in Pisces demands. Squares in astrology are also an excellent opportunity for growth and learning. It may involve integrating spontaneity with careful planning, or learning how to channel enthusiasm in a focused and constructive way. On the 26th, the Moon enters Gemini. During this time, emotions may be connected to communication and curiosity. You might feel more social, enjoy conversations and seek mental stimulation. You will find your emotions changeable, reflecting Gemini's adaptable nature. On the 27th, you have the full moon in Gemini. It's a good time for organizing ideas, finalizing plans. It's imperative that you express yourself clearly and stand by your word. You also have Mercury in Sagittarius squaring Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. Avoid getting into debates with people who resist reason. Protect yourself from the influence of stubborn individuals trying to dampen your spirits. Boo! On the 28th, the Moon in Gemini is opposite Mercury in Sagittarius. This means emotions and communication might not easily align. Balancing adaptability and curiosity with a quest for the truth may be challenging. Instead of resisting, force your or insisting or forcing your viewpoint on others. Listen and be open to different perspectives to gain understanding. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big cat wave. Ha ha! Namaste! Grand Rising water signs, welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your next 7 days. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Big cat wave. Let's dive in and unpack. Oh, I flipped it over by mistake, but it was an 8. You have a 5 and a 3, darling dears. Yes, baby. 8 is the number of Skrilla.com. What's that? That's money, the folding stuff, the Wonga, darling dears. The numerology of the 8 speaks about you having accomplished something. My water signs, you took the action towards mastering something. This is about you feeling more empowered over the next 7 days, darling dears. The 8 also speaks about material satisfaction. Maybe you've secured something tangible. It speaks about your ambitions, darling dears. You've utilized the what? The art of giving and receiving. The number 8 is ruled by Saturn energy, and Saturn rules Aquarius as well as Capricorn. The energy of the 8, darling dears. Your birth date may be the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th, or someone with significance in your life may have that birth date, or that date may be significant for you. The most lucky numbers for you over the next 7 days is the number 2, 4, and 8. It's also an angel number. Check it out. The letters associated with the number 8 is H, Q, and Z. It speaks about being a master manifester, darling dears. Yes, baby. Your luckiest days will be Friday and Sunday. The energy of the 3 speaks about conflict, darling dear, tongue wrestling, arguments, darling dears. So maybe somebody wants to make it a nerve-wracking period for you, or you're making it for them. Why are they arguing and quarreling with you, darling dears? It's because your life path is about to change direction significantly. Expect this dramatic change over the next 7 days, and you are being advised to what? Use a diplomatic manner. Don't have to be tongue wrestling with the simpletons. Are you mad blood, brah, or sister? Yeah. We also have the energy of the 5. It speaks about your security and your foundation. Maybe you've secured something. The energy of the 5 in numerology speaks about what? Conflict and confusion, which brought about a significant change in your life. Well, more changes on the way. It also speaks about a major decision, right, that you're going to have to be making in the next 7 days, darling dears. Somebody feels threatened about the security that you are creating for yourself, or you by them, darling dear. Well, guess what? It's your read, so it must be them on you, right? There's also what? The 8 speaks about troubles, darling dears. Somebody's going to try and trouble your water by what? Fingering you, darling dears. And I mean it in the nicest possible way. With the blame, darling dears. They want to put the blame on you. Be prepared to be diplomatic. Why? If you get to fighting, you will end up in prison, just like R. Kelly. And they won't let you out, just like Akon said. Posh clap. Lean in, bestie. Lean in. The energy of a 3 and a 5 also speaks about a visitor. Someone is coming to visit you, darling dears. Possibly what? To put you on edge. When they see that you've secured what you needed to secure. A visitor is on their way. The energy of the 8 in tarot is represented by the Strength card. The Strength card reminds you to what? Avoid drama, darling dears. It speaks about spiritual ascension. You've moved away from the dramatic and the drama filled. This is about you tapping into your spiritual strength. This is about you being courageous. And I love that word, brave. Be brave, darling dears. And you was brave, my water signs. You're showing no weakness at this moment in time, which is about you trusting in your mental growth, understanding what a true friend is. You may even be meeting a true friend, a soul tribe member over the next 7 days. Love it. I don't hate it. It speaks about you being, your character being magnetic. You're carrying a more flamboyant character, darling dears, having a more what's the word? Je ne sais quoi, which you are utilizing to the best of your abilities, darling dears. Love it. I don't hate it. Let's get your runestone. I'm gonna go with this one. Oh, and you're in your element. You have radio, darling dears. This is what Cancer energy, the warrior of the tarot cards. It speaks about forward movement, darling dears. It also tells us that you are in a determined mode. You're dipping within what for the drive and determination. It also speaks about war. What is it good for? Listen, the dice and the runes are telling you that somebody wants all the smoke with you, darling dears. But remember, a burglar wouldn't break into an empty house. You've got something they don't like. They don't like the cut of your jib, eh? That's their business, blood. You better be diplomatic. My water signs. Maybe they're a bit jelly, eh? That's their business. The energy of the Chariot also speaks about movement. You're focused on your goals. And it also speaks about meeting a new partner, whether business, platonical, or romantical, over the next 7 days for some. For others, you'll be receiving an invite. Go, darling dears. Why? You'll be testing out your spiritual strength. Yeah. This is about you moving on from a situation or circumstance. Something about mobile homes, darling dears, or even a new chariot of righteousness. Somebody doesn't like how you're getting about town. Maybe because they're a what? That's right, bestie. A foot soldier. Listen, let me tell you about, let's not digress. Let's carry on with the read. Love it. Lean in, bestie. Lean in. Radio is represented by the letter R. So you have the letters R, H, Q, and Z. HQ could be the first, the middle, or the last name, or it could represent HQ, a headquarters, a building, an organization, darling dears. So you have R, HQ, and Z. With radio, you get the number 7 as well as the number 5, darling dears. So 7, 5, and 2, 4, and 8 will be lucky to you or significant over the next 7 days. Pardon me, that was a spiritual belch because I speaks the truth. Roof, pinkies up. Yes, baby. Love it. Don't hate it. And your element came out to what? Represent you, darling dears. Represent you as you must represent yourself. Somebody doesn't like the status or the security that you've afforded yourself by the sweat of your proverbial balls. Good golly and gosh. Radio, did I say, represented by the letter R. We've narrowed it down. So you've got R, H, Q, and Z. Numbers that are not going to be so... listen, to be avoided is 3, 7, and 9. It could be a door number. It could be a date of birth. It could be a number of months. It could be years, darling. There's something that you've been involved in to be avoided. Why? You are in master manifestation mode, darling dears, lest you be tarred with the same brush of Zemblanity. Law number 10 of the 48 laws of power. Avoid, avoid, and avoid. We're going to use the Soul Oracle deck to get your Oracle ancestral message. Are you fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely, darling dears? Was you wondering whenever I was going to get out of that that furry teddy bear thing? Listen, I'm going back into it. Don't hold me to it, darling dears. Don't hold me to it. Wow. You've got honesty. Speak your truth, darling dears, even if your voice is shaking. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Tell the truth, darling dears, especially to yourself about situations. Be real. Your ancestral team, your security, which you can call at any time, wants you to tell the truth. Roof, pinkies up. What else do they want you to know? This is a lot of cards, blood, right? Use things with humor. So when they come to fight you, the tongue wrestling, yes, you baby, laugh in the face of adversity, right? Listen, people are just trying to what? Grab you by your what? Short and curlies, darling dears. Don't allow it. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Grief, darling dears. Grief. Your ancestral telling me is that you may have gone through something, or you tried to attain something which has caused you amount of grief. Accept it. Use and embody the serenity prayer. Father God Most High, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the wisdom to change the things that I can, and the courage to know, the courage to change, the wisdom to know, wisdom to change the things that I can, and the courage, oh my God, I'm mixing it up. Father God, grant me the serenity to change the things that I can, right? The wisdom to accept the things that I cannot change. No, the courage to accept the things I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. Good God, it was hard work, darling dears. Yeah, somebody's going to get grief as well. They're going to accept that you are what? You can't be moved by their tongue wrestling and their ministrations of wickedness and heinous crimes. I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. That's good for you, water sign. Good for you. You got praises, and you've got 4 cards. The energy of the 4 speaks of, in numerology, speaks about what? Stability, structure, and manifestation mode, darling dears. Somebody's going to have to cry you them a river. Why? Because you're not going to get involved with their tongue wrestling and their ministration to keep what sets you back. You seem or appear to be on a new path, darling dears. One that you're kind of sort of getting used to. Love it. Face of the deck, darling dears. What did I say? Somebody wants to tongue wrestle with you. No, peace. Listen, don't let them draw you out. Not every battle are you invited to. Must you attend? Let's get some tarot on the tablet and see what's going on. Every time I start, they message me. Who's that? The progeny, blood? It's not no one from the other side. I'm not a medium nor a necromancer. I am a big cat, HEYOKA High Priestess. Fist bump. Every time. I'm talking about the progenies, yeah. Foolishness. I keep telling them, don't put me in the group chat unless there's blood. Right? Right? Don't put me in it. Foolish argument. Listen. Let's feng shui it, darling dears, and get a deck. Base of your deck, the truth roof, darling dears. You've got clarity in situations going forward. The Ace of Swords also speaks about what? Spiritual downloads, darling dears. Pay attention to your dreams. Also, listen, you might even get some intel in conversation of others. Be the wisest one in the room. And what? Have your third eye buffed up to a bitchin' shine and your ears well and truly open, darling dears. It also speaks about you moving on, right? You've moved on. You're forgetting something painful in the past, darling dears. It also speaks about, because of this moving on, releasing a toxic relative or relationship. You're going to get an opportunity. Yes, darling dears. Maybe the opportunity will be to tell them the truth. Roof. Pinkies up. People can't take the truth, darling dears. Let's do a quick general read and see. Oh, it was an even Steven split. Okay. Quick messages. Yeah. Lover's card. Making the right choices. Gemini energy. Clarify that. Yeah, because you've taken the time. This is learning a new way of thinking and a new way of speaking, darling dears. Some of you are dialing back your energies at this moment in time. Yeah, someone's about to be disappointed because they want to tongue wrestle. They want to argue about things that's got nothing to do with you. They want to creep up on you like a cheap lace thong. What's the base of the deck? And no, darling dears, you know gender is fluid. This is somebody who is what? A hyacinth bucket or a Horatio bucket. They get no bouquet, darling dears. Yes! Someone who's had your name in the street, darling dears. Maybe they want to bring out and draw out this energy in front of many people.
lacking in spiritual strength, darling dears, being sent by what? The devil as the most diligent worker. You have a shepherd of the devil on your horizon, darling dears. You're making the right choices with people that like to keep secrets. Keep secrets, darling dears. People that are on the rinse and repeat of negative cycles. People that only have what? Their panani or fatum to offer you. Good God! Look, with the page of sword, you're cutting it out, darling dears. This is about understanding your body is your temple, darling dears. And not everybody that's offering must you take it. Let me tell you something. Nothing like a what? STD. What's that? A sexually transmitted demon, darling dears. Yeah. This is what you're learning, new things, darling dears. This is what's bringing happiness into your life. Some of you are planning a vacation. It also speaks about somebody is in the throes of what? Cutting off a progeny, darling dears. This person or child, this progeny has been a big disappointment. They are adult, darling dears. There's no babies amongst here. Why? The King of Pentacles. This person is a fool. This is someone, a progeny that you've paid a lot of money towards, put a lot in, darling dear. But you understand all they do is take your strength. They don't take your word or your guidance. Someone's in the cut-off game. They don't want you to be happy, right? But you're going to be happy. Because you have the biggest Pentacles of them all. This is new opportunities, a new beginning. Pentacles, darling dears, is something tangible. You've been grounded. You feel like you've been loyal, but the loyalty I'm feeling, I'm getting the energy that you've drawn it back on yourself, darling dears. Love it. Also, someone is going to try and ask you for what? Borrowing your money. They want to come and borrow your money. You're not the Bank of England. No, lad. Because if you're going to lend it, be prepared to never see it again. Yeah. You might as well tear it up and throw it out the window and arch your back while you're doing it. Hermit energy. You'll never see it again, darling dears. You'll never. What else do we need to know? Yeah, whoever's disappointed, darling dears, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. What did I say? Law number 10 of the 48 laws of power. Avoid the unlucky and the unhappy, darling dears. They're not happy with their life. They want to come and stress you out. They want to work on your hairline. Yeah, they want to give you a reverse friar tuck. You better focus on your back, darling dears, and what you've implemented for yourself. This is a new beginning. Base of the deck. And you're winning, darling dears. Winning. Somebody don't like the fact that you're mobile, that you actually have a vehicle, darling dears. King of Cups, you've mastered your emotions. Base of the deck. They're all up in their cranium, darling dears, about you mastering something. You're looking good. Good golly and gosh. How many kings is that on the tableau? We've got 2 kings on the tableau, darling dears. One up and one down. It speaks about with the Pentacles, this is somebody disengaging their finances from a position, darling dears. But you know what? It's the right advice you took, darling dears. Gemini energy at the top of the read. You're listening to your higher mind. Disengage yourself from that situation. This person is in their mind about you. Listen, if it wasn't for you, you live rent-free in that situation. They took some of your business to a crowd, darling dears. Yeah. Yes, darling dear. Somebody's been trying to talk about your personal business, but even in this crowd, they've gone among simpletons, darling dear, speaking about your work ethic and that you appear to be true. But they was always what? Deceptive, darling dears. Wow. Listen, someone is singing somebody's praises. Now that they're gone. Cry me a river. Come through Justin T. Push, clap. Let's split the deck. Yeah, this person was extremely disloyal. You didn't know who they was. They came with a full what? Not a metal jacket, a full-on mask wearing marauder. All right. I feel inclined to get one of the colors. We're going to go with the yellow for cowardice. We've got what? I can have options. They don't like the fact that you've got options and none of them are them. Ha ha! Watch out! Listen, right? What's this? Please believe me. Is this the same person that came out as the 7 of Swords? A lying liar from what? Skin peeling town? Base of the... Oh, let's split it. Realize, recognize, realize. And something to do with the holidays, darling dears, in the reverse. So maybe they made a holiday that you had to give all the holidays. They're going to try and bring you down for crimbo, darling dears. Yeah. What's this? My life is ruined. Really? And they want to come and ruin yours? You better do the skeet. What's that? The tinky winky, blood. Keep it moving. Focus on yourself, darling dears, and what you can bring to the tableau. Let's get another deck. Base of your deck being what? Spiritually motivated, as well as what? It speaks about sexual desire. Someone is going into what? A new relationship. You better examine everything, blood. I told you, bestie. We do what? The boozy badass here at Don't Get Smoked Central, darling dears. Why? I'll tell you why. Because of liars, thieves, cheaters. If I had pearls, I'll be squeezing them biatches with you, darling dears. Because of users, swindlers, back front neck tabbers, they get no S. Why? Because they go for the white meat, darling dears. They're frenemies and haters that come with the bad vibes, the bad intention, the bad advice, the bad credit. If that don't make you... Yeah, I wore this jumper for emphasis, darling dear. If that don't make you into a track star, I don't know what will, darling dears. And the Panani of Atum that has a bad memory. As soon as it leaves your side. Right, let's finish out this reading and we'll move on quickly. I was about to ask about your finances. This came out. You're seeing things from a different perspective, darling dears. No longer sacrificing yourself to situations or letting people bleed you dry. Good God. What else about the Hangman? Yeah, you're looking at look, the Queen of Swords is highly intelligent, but it also speaks about paying attention to the smallest detail, darling dears. Yeah, if somebody's coming for a loan, listen, they ain't gonna find you as a pushover, darling dears. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, people are gonna see you from a different perspective because you're securing some kind of security for you over the next 7 days, darling dears. You already bandied around the 8. Stable, darling dear, stable. You're good. 10 of Pentacles look good in the hood. All right, let's carry on. What about your relationships? My water signs relationships over the next 7 days. Your relationships. Queen of Swords, listen, you're cutting someone off. It's come out twice, darling dears. You're cutting someone off with a quickness. And you're blocking them as well. Block for the gods, darling. You're speaking your truth. You left a situation in 2 different shoes. You wasn't prepared to leave a situation, but you've cut it off, darling dears. And you've never been happier. Go for it, darling dears. Go for it. All right. Let's look even deeper. Is there any obstacles in the path of my water signs over the next 7 days? Any obstacles? No, things will be going smoothly, darling dears. It also speaks about messaging as well as travel. You're going to be traveling. Yeah. Or maybe you're going to have, oh my gosh, love it. You've got from the 8 to the 7, so it's a final countdown. Some seed that you sowed, darling dears, you're going to harvest it. And it's also messaging about a job. What about the job? Listen. Somebody's going to be getting an upgrade in their job. This is a promotion, darling dears. What is the obstacle in that? This looks good. Listen, it's because you healed, darling dears. You need to understand that you've overcome a significant period in your life, right? With someone who's a lying liar, right? Who likes to lie, right? Who's looking at you have whatever options you want. Why? Because you recognize they're a skin-peeling liar and a drainer of your energies. Somebody who interrupted a holiday or would like to interrupt the holidays, right? And because their life is what? A crisis, darling dears. They want your life to be a shamble too. This obstacle you will easily overcome. I told you, use diplomacy. Any opportunities apart from everything being fabulous, gorgeous and lovely? Opportunities, thank you. You've got to make a decision, darling dear. Yes, baby, of where to invest your loyalty. Somebody's also trying to make a decision whether or not to get the counselling, darling dears. Get it. Somebody's also going to have to make a decision about a progeny, whether they're going to still feed into that progeny, right? Who is a fool. Listen, I just come with the messages. Don't pick on me. I don't pick on you. I'm a pointer, not a picker. All right. Final advice. Look, I can't make it up. Cancer energy on the runestone as well as the card. Keep moving, darling dear. Success is within sight. Yes, baby. Keep moving. Keep tapping into your determination. Speak to your inner warrior. And it again speaks about movement, or it could be a car, mobile home, darling. Yeah, keep it moving from the Decepticons around you. Base of the deck, your shapely back is turned. Law 16. Focus on your long-term goals. Remember, my bestie, right? Conceive, believe, and achieve. Focus on what you want to manifest. Because if you continue to go into situations that you've overcome, you're taking 1,000 steps backwards. And their life is in shambles. Did you do it? You didn't. Let's finish out the read, darling dears. And then we're out of here to get great. I'm going to finish up with Kipper because you love Kipper so much. Give it a quick shufti. Final messages for my water signs for the next 7 days. Yeah, what you're seeking is seeking you, darling dears, which is a new journey into the what? Infinite possibilities, leaving things that no longer serve you behind. It also speaks about someone close to you or someone that you know for a romantic entanglement. Somebody in there. Yes. Listen is a lying liar. It's over. It's finito. It's finished, mate. They need to tell it to the wind, right? Because you'll be saying, you can't break my soul. Come through Beyonce. Posh. Clap. Let's final card. Unexpected income is not just Skrilla, darling dears. Abundance comes in many forms. A good friend. The right advice at the right time. Going left when you wanted to go right, darling dears. A new home, a new build. Whatever it is, darling dears. Blessings are coming towards you. You've got the 2 and the 7 and 9. It's because you ended something in your life. On that note, I drops me mic to love to my Teesprings, my patrons, or my TikToks where I also upload videos. If you'd like a personal read from me, please hit me up in the Gmail. All of my intel is in the description box below. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Big Cat Wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, cat, cat.